Welcome to Smart English Stories, the place where you improve your English and grow as a person through powerful real-life stories. We work hard to create these videos just for you. So please, before we begin, take 1 second to like this video and share it with your friends. It really helps us continue making more valuable content for learners like you. And of course, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because every week we bring you stories and lessons that will not only teach you English, but will also touch your heart and change the way you think about learning. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever studied English for months, even years, but still felt like you cannot really speak fluently? You know many words, you know grammar rules, you understand some texts, but when it's time to talk, your mind goes blank. Or maybe you can speak a little, but it feels slow, unnatural, and sometimes you cannot understand native speakers when they talk fast. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, let me tell you something powerful. Real fluency in English does not begin with speaking. It begins with listening. Yes, you heard me right. Listening is the secret door that many people ignore. You see, babies never start speaking first. They spend months, even a whole year, only listening to the people around them. They hear their mother's voice, their father's words, the sounds, the rhythm, the music of the language, and only after they have listened enough, their first words come naturally. That's exactly how you, me, and everyone learned our first language. But when we try to learn English, we often reverse the process. We start with grammar books, with writing, with memorizing vocabulary. We forget the simple truth. Fluency grows from listening. So in this video, I'm going to tell you about the daily listening habit that can truly build your English fluency. This is not about difficult exercises, not about boring rules, not about long hours of study. It is about creating a small but powerful daily routine of listening that, over time, transforms the way your brain understands and uses English. If you follow this, one day you will suddenly realize, wow, I understand so much more than before, and then your speaking will feel smoother, faster, and more natural. But first, let's understand why listening is so important. Think about music for a second. Imagine you want to play guitar. If you never listen to music, if you never hear how the guitar sounds, how will you play it well? It's impossible. Listening gives you the rhythm, the melody, the feeling. The same is true for language. English has its own rhythm, its own melody. Native speakers connect words, they cut sounds, they stress some syllables and not others. If you only study from a book, you cannot catch these things. You may know grammar, but your English will sound robotic. You will struggle to understand fast speech. But if you listen every single day, your ears begin to train. Your brain learns the patterns without effort, just like a child. Let me share a small story with you. I had a student named Ravi. He was from India. He studied English for 10 years in school. He could write essays, he could read books, but he felt very nervous to speak. He said, "Sir, when foreigners talk, I cannot understand them. They speak too fast." So I gave him one simple task. Listen to English 10 minutes every day. Not reading, not grammar, just listening. He chose podcasts, sometimes short YouTube stories, sometimes news. At first, he understood maybe 40%. He felt frustrated. But I told him, "Don't worry, don't stop. Just keep listening." After 3 months, he came to me with a smile. "Sir, I watched an English movie yesterday without subtitles, and I understood almost everything." His fluency grew because he trained his ears daily. That's the magic of listening. So how can you build this habit? The secret is small, consistent steps. Many learners think, I must listen for 2 hours every day. No, that's not realistic. you will get tired, you will stop. Instead, start small. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. You brush your teeth every day, right? You eat every day. In the same way, you listen every day. Make it a natural part of your life. Over time, 5 minutes can become 10, then 15, then 30. But even if it stays just 10 minutes daily, the result will be amazing. Now, what should you listen to? Many learners make a mistake. They choose very difficult material. They try to listen to advanced news or complicated lectures. Then they understand nothing. They get bored and they quit. That is not the way. You must choose something at your level or just a little higher. If you understand 50 to 70%, that is perfect. You will catch the main idea, but you will also challenge your brain with some new words and sounds. Slowly, your brain will fill the gaps. Let me give you some examples. If you love stories, listen to English audiobooks or story podcasts. If you enjoy motivation, listen to simple motivational speeches in English. If you like comedy, find English stand-up clips. The best material is the one you enjoy, because when you enjoy it, you don't feel like you are studying. You feel like you are living in the language. Here's another important thing. Don't worry if you don't understand every single word. Fluency is not about perfect understanding. It's about catching the meaning, the flow, the idea. Imagine you are watching a movie in your own language. Sometimes you don't hear one word clearly, but you still understand the story, right? The same is true in English. So relax. Don't stop the audio every second to look in the dictionary. Just keep listening. Your brain is smarter than you think. It will learn. Let me share a simple method with you. I call it triple listening. First, you listen without subtitles or text, just to get the feeling. Second, you listen again with subtitles or transcript to catch the details. Third, you listen again without help, and you will see that now you understand more. This repetition is very powerful. It's like watching a movie 3 times. The first time you understand little, the second time you catch more details. The third time, you almost know it by heart. That is how your brain absorbs language deeply. Another secret is to mix passive and active listening. Passive listening means you play English while you are doing something else, like cooking, walking, or cleaning. Your brain still catches the sounds. Active listening means you sit down, focus only on listening, maybe repeat some sentences, maybe shadow the speaker. Both are important. Passive listening gives you exposure. Active listening trains your brain. Together, they build fluency faster. Think about this. Every day you hear your native language for hours. That is why you are fluent. But English learners often hear English only in class, maybe 1 hour a week. That is not enough. If you want real fluency, you must increase your listening time. You must surround yourself with English. Make it your background music. Let your brain swim in English every day. Now, let me ask you, how many hours have you listened to English this week? Be honest. If the answer is very little, then that explains why speaking still feels hard. But the good news is, you can change this starting today. You don't need to wait for tomorrow, for next month, for next year. You can begin right now. Play an English story after this video. Put on headphones while walking. Listen to one English song and focus on the lyrics. These small steps add up. I want to share another real-life story. A young woman named Maria moved from Brazil to Canada. At first, she felt very shy. She could not speak to her coworkers. But every day while traveling to work, she listened to English podcasts. She also played English radio in her kitchen. She never skipped a day. After 6 months, people began to say, "Maria, your English is so much better. You sound more natural now." She did not take special classes. She simply built a listening habit. That is the power of daily listening. So, my friend, here is the challenge for you. Starting today, choose one piece of English audio and listen every single day for the next 30 days. It could be a short podcast, a YouTube story, or even this channel's videos. Do not break the chain. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. After 30 days, look back and see the difference. I promise you, your understanding will improve, your confidence will rise, and your speaking will start to feel smoother because your brain will already know the sounds. Remember, fluency is not built in 1 day. It is built in small daily actions. Just like drops of water make a river, minutes of listening make fluency. Don't give up. Don't say, "It's too slow." Trust the process. Every time you listen, you are training your brain. So let me end with this thought. If you want to speak English like a friend, not like a robot, you must first listen like a child. Let English enter your ears, your heart, your mind. Do this every day, and fluency will come to you naturally. A few years ago, there was a man named Ahmed from Egypt. He dreamed of working in international business. He studied English grammar for years, but every time he tried to speak in meetings, he froze. He felt embarrassed. One day he made a decision. He said, "I will stop memorizing grammar rules for a while and I will just listen." So every morning while driving to work, he listened to English audiobooks. In the evening while cooking dinner, he played English interviews on YouTube. Sometimes, even when he didn't understand fully, he kept listening. After 6 months, something magical happened. In his office, a foreign client asked him a question in English. Normally, he would panic, but this time, the answer flowed naturally. Why? Because his ears had trained his brain. The words were already living inside him. He didn't translate. He didn't think too much. He simply spoke. That's fluency. This is what I want for you. But you must promise yourself one thing: consistency. Imagine you go to the gym only once a month. Will your muscles grow? Of course not. But if you go every day, even for 10 minutes, slowly your body changes. The same is true for listening. 10 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week, because your brain needs daily contact with the language. Now let's talk about the science for a moment, in very simple words. Your brain has something called neural pathways. These are like small roads inside your head. When you listen to English often, those roads become bigger and faster. At first, when you hear, "How are you doing?" your brain is slow. It tries to translate word by word. But after listening many times, your brain doesn't translate anymore. It understands instantly, like magic. That's why children understand their mother tongue so easily. They have strong pathways built from thousands of hours of listening. So, how can you build these pathways for English? Let me give you step-by-step advice. Step 1. Find your listening time. Maybe it's in the morning while brushing your teeth. Maybe while taking the bus. Maybe before sleeping. Connect listening with an activity you already do daily. This makes it easy to remember. Step 2. Choose material you enjoy. Don't force yourself to listen to boring things. If you love football, listen to football commentary. If you love cooking, watch English recipes. If you love stories, listen to English short stories like the ones we share here. Step 3. Repeat. Don't always search for new material. Sometimes it's better to listen to the same audio many times. The first time you understand the big idea. The second time you catch more details. The third time you notice how words connect. This repetition builds deep memory. Step 4. Shadowing. This is a powerful technique. You play the audio and try to speak along with it, like an echo. At first, it feels strange, but slowly, your mouth learns the rhythm, the melody, the speed. It's like singing with your favorite singer. This makes your speaking more natural. Step 5. Mix easy and hard. This makes you feel confident. Here's one more golden secret. Listen to different voices. Many learners only listen to one teacher. Then, when they meet someone with a different accent, they cannot understand. So listen to American, British, Australian, Indian, African, all kinds of English. This prepares your ears for real life because English is global. Now let me pause and ask you something. Do you remember the first English word you ever learned? Maybe hello, maybe thank you. How did you learn it? You probably heard it first. Somebody said it and you repeated it. That's the natural way, listening first, speaking next. So why not return to that natural way now? I want to share another example. There's a boy named Kenji in Japan. He wanted to study in America. His English class focused only on grammar tests. He felt bored. One day, he discovered English YouTubers who made funny videos. He started watching every night. At first, he laughed without understanding much, but slowly he caught the jokes. After 1 year, he went to America. His friends were shocked. They said, "Kenji, your listening is so good. You understand everything." He smiled and said, "It's because I listened every single day." Friends, I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from today. Imagine you listen to English every day for just 15 minutes. What will happen? 1 year is 365 days. That means 5,475 minutes of listening. That's more than 90 hours. Do you think your fluency will improve after 90 hours of listening? Of course, yes. The problem is, many learners give up after 1 week because they don't see instant results. But fluency is like planting a tree. You don't see it grow in 1 day. You water it every day, and one day you find a big tree giving you shade. So don't stop. Even if it feels slow, trust the habit. Let's make this even more practical. Here are some daily listening activities you can try. Play English music in the background while working. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Your brain still hears the sounds. Listen to short news in English every morning. Even 2 minutes is enough. Before sleeping, play a relaxing English story. Your brain will remember better when you sleep. Talk to yourself in English after listening. For example, if you listened to a story about a boy and his dog, tell the story again in your own words. This strengthens both listening and speaking. Record your voice repeating sentences you heard. Then compare your sound with the original. This helps improve pronunciation. See how many simple ways there are? It's not difficult. You just need the habit. Now let's address a common question. What if I don't have time? My friend, everyone has 10 minutes. Think about it. How much time do you spend scrolling on your phone, checking social media? You can use just a small part of that time for listening. Instead of watching one random video in your language, watch one in English. Instead of music in your native language, play English songs. It's not about extra time. It's about replacing some of your current time with English. Let me tell you about someone I know. His name is Diego from Mexico. He worked long hours every day and said, "I have no time to study." I told him, "Do you drive to work?" He said yes, 30 minutes every day. I said, "Perfect. That's your listening time." He started playing English podcasts in his car. In 6 months, his English listening skills improved a lot without any extra study time. You see, It's about habits, not about free time. And let me remind you, don't judge yourself too early. In the beginning, you may feel lost. You may think, this is too fast. I don't understand. But keep going. Slowly, your brain adjusts. Just like when you learn to swim, you feel uncomfortable at first, but later it feels natural. One more secret. Listening not only improves understanding, it also improves speaking automatically. Why? Because when you listen a lot, you hear how native speakers use words, how they connect sentences, how they stress certain words. Your brain copies these patterns without effort. Then when you speak, the same patterns come out naturally. That's why sometimes learners who listen a lot sound more natural than learners who only study grammar. I want you to believe something important. You don't need a perfect grammar book to be fluent. You need daily listening. Grammar will help, yes. Vocabulary lists will help, yes. But without listening, it's like trying to swim without water. Listening is the water. So here's your mission. Build your daily listening habit. Start today, no excuses. Choose one time, choose one type of material, and do it every day. Write it on paper. I will listen to English every day at 8 p.m. Stick it on your wall. Tell your family or friends so you stay accountable. And remember this final thought. Fluency is not built in classrooms only. It is built in your daily life. Every time you listen, you are building bricks of fluency. One brick may look small, but one day you will see a strong house. So, my dear friend, what will you listen to tonight? Comment below. Share your answer. I want to see your commitment. And if you found this message valuable, please give it a big like, subscribe to Smart English Stories, and share this with someone who is also learning English. Because maybe, just maybe, this daily listening habit will change not only your English, but your entire life. And remember, every big change starts with one small habit. Your habit starts today.